Hello and welcome to the show. I am super duper happy to be here today because we have got some wonderful things to say to help you with more news you can use right there in your living room. Listen to this. I've got a great guest tonight that's coming on with us. So go ahead, like, share, and start a watch party. Run and tell somebody about more news you can use. And go ahead and let us know where you're coming in from when you stream in. So tonight, I know many of you always ask, all right, Lotus, what is in your cup tonight? What are you drinking? So I'm going to share this with you. About 2 weeks ago, I came on the show and I had some cider in my cup. And at first I thought it was summer cider. Then I thought it was winter cider. And then I was humbly corrected and I was told that I was drinking fall cider. So that's what I'm drinking tonight. And I offer you the opportunity to go ahead and grab yourself something to drink this evening and go ahead and wet your palate like I'm about to. Tonight, I'm drinking fall cider. And I'm going to take a sip, and you should too. Ooh, awesome. All right. So having said that, let's get this show started. And I got to tell you, I can't start this show without my wonderful guest co-host. She is the queen of the lymphatic bounce herself. She is none other than Hillary Gooden. I want you to help me welcome Miss Hillary Gooden to the platform. Hey, Hill. I think you're muted.
Sorry about that.
Hello,
everyone. Coming into you from Chicagoland.
All right. So it's good to see you tonight, Hillary. I'm always happy to have you by my side. You're always the co-hostess with the mostest. So that's great. And don't forget, folks, like, share, start a watch party, and go ahead and tell somebody because we're here with more news you can use. So, Hillary, how's the weather in Chicago? Did you guys get some snow or anything?
You know, it hasn't snowed here yet, and I'm never ready for it. So this is great. We're in the 40s right now. So for us, that's good.
Yeah, that's pretty chilly. I like it about 65 with a little breeze on it. I'm good to go. I'm good to go.
It can get pretty breezy in Chicago.
Oh, yeah. You know, I spent time in Chicago when I was in the military. I went to school there. So, yeah, I don't miss the Chicago snow and I don't miss the Chicago heat. I'll just say that. So we're super happy to have our folks always streaming in. We got somebody saying hello, good night, everyone. So we know that's a person that's not from the United States. So good night to you too. And happy to see Angie and so many other folks that are starting to stream in. So listen, Hillary, we've got a phenomenal guest here.
Yes.
All the way. Hey, Angie, good to see you. Thank you. We have a phenomenal guest here all the way from Texas. And now we know that he's an extraordinary speaker. He's an author. He's a multiple business owner, and he is a hypnotherapist.
Yes.
Yes. So just maybe we might get our own self hypnotized tonight. But what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back, and we're going to get right into this thing with our special guest for this evening. Be right back. Many people are trying to get in front of people on social media and don't know how because they don't know how to live stream. Well, you've come to the right place at the right time. And if you want to get noticed, you need to see Lotus. So reach out to her at www.lotusigniteyou.com. That's www.lotusigniteyou.com so that you can get in front of the people that need your services and your products today. All right, and we're back, and we're going right to Florida. Hey there, Miss Delamar. Good to see you. Happy to have you here from Florida. So it is that time to introduce our esteemed guest all the way from Texas. So this is what I always tell people. Go ahead and get your notepad. Get your notepad. I keep my notepad on the ready and get your pen. Why? Because note takers are money makers. I say that everywhere I go. And also, note takers are change makers. You can really make some changes if you find out about what you don't know. Because after all, Hillary, do people know what they don't know?
You can't know what you don't know.
Exactly. So because we don't know what our guests know, we're going to bring him to the show. So would you all please welcome Mr. Bernardo Garcia. Hey, Bernardo.
Hi, Bernardo.
How are you? You're muted. Unmute.
Okay. Am I on? Am I on already?
You're on.
Great.
Great to see you. Great to see you.
Sure.
So, Bernardo, we know that you're an international best-selling author. I know you just had a new book come out. I know you got another book coming out this month where you did the foreword on it. And we know you're a speaker. We know you're a linguistic and just so many other things. But for some of our folks that are not familiar with you, would you please tell us a little bit more about who you are? We know that you're living in Texas, but tell us where you're really from as well.
I'm originally from Mexico, from Nuevo León, small town close to Monterrey, Nuevo León. I live here in Mission, Texas. I'm a business owner, different businesses. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an insurance agent. I do real estate. I have different type of venues where we host quinceañeras and weddings. And I have other type of businesses. I'm a hypnotherapist. I'm also a neuro-linguistic programmer. I'm a life coach. I'm a family coach. I'm a motivational speaker. And I'm an author. And as you said, I have got different books already that I've done on my own. And I'm a co-author as well. And I'm super, super excited to be with you all today. And first of all, thank you for the invitation. It's always a pleasure to be with you, Lotus.
All right. Same here. It's always a pleasure to be with you because you always bring so much energy to whatever you do. And I love it. So we definitely wanted to have you here tonight. So we're going to get right into the show. And I want to say, hey, we got Lorfe all the way from the Philippines. Good to see you, Lorfe. Thank you for being here with us tonight. And don't forget, like, share, and start a watch party because guess what? We're about to share some information with you that I know that 9 times out of 10, you don't know because the average person does not know what Mr. Bernardo Garcia is going to share with us tonight. So let's get right into it. So, Bernardo, you've shared a little bit more about yourself. We know that you are successful. We know that you are a multiple, am I saying it right? Multiple entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. That's right.
And I really want to know, how do you believe influence success? Okay, what influences success? Because tonight we're talking about how beliefs and thoughts basically influence or lead to success. So how does it lead to success?
Well, our beliefs, they have a very important role because how we think, our thoughts, our beliefs will determine how you're going to think, what actions you're going to take, if you're going to take any actions. So our beliefs, I would say that it's a very powerful tool that we have, that if we have poor beliefs, if we have negative beliefs, obviously we're not going to take action. And if we don't take action, we are not going to be able to work on our goals or accomplish anything that we want.
Wow. Okay, so this is what I like that you said. You said our beliefs are a tool or are tools. So tell us what you mean by that, because I've never heard anybody say that. Our beliefs are tools.
Yes. Well, when I say they're tools, because it's like a little toolbox. When you carry a tool, you need a screwdriver, a wrench, whatever. Because those tools we need based on how we believe, based on how we interpret, based on how we process everything that happens in our life. It could be socially, it could be financial, it could be family-wise. That tool, if we don't use it correctly, it will mislead us or it will stop us from moving forward. So they are, the way I see them, they're tools, because when I came from Mexico, if I did not have the right tools, the right beliefs, I first of all, I believe in God, and you have to have faith. And we're not going to speak about religions, but you have to have faith. It could be faith in the universe, God, Jesus Christ, whatever you want to name it. You have to have that faith, and that's a tool as well. That's something that you have to be very strong.
Right.
And if you have negative beliefs, if you have negative beliefs towards yourself, obviously those are going to be obstacles that are going to prevent you from taking actions and moving forward.
Wow, I love it. Hillary, have you ever heard of someone say that our thoughts, our faith they're all really tools? Have you ever heard that before?
I haven't heard it to put just like that, but it makes so much sense. And the sooner we get that realization, the better off life can be.
Yes, I agree. And you know, a main thing that I want to say is a lot of times our toolboxes are empty.
That's right.
Yeah. And our toolboxes are empty because no one's either seeding into us, or because when someone does seed into us, instead of keeping our lid open, we close our lid. And so they can't impart the tools. But go ahead.
But a lot of the times our toolbox is empty, but the few or little tools that we have, they're too rusty.
Yes.
They're too rusty. They're too negative.
Yes.
And if those tools are too rusty, you are not going to be able to use them correctly, because that's the way you want to have them. Once we change our beliefs, when a person changes the beliefs of how you think about everything about yourself, we have to start with ourselves. And then if I don't believe in Lotus, I cannot believe in Lotus if I don't believe in myself.
Yes.
So I have to believe in myself. I have to have trust in myself. In order for us to take action, in order for us to change our thoughts, we have to have that belief in ourselves. And based on our thoughts, and that's a little bit different, that's another tool. Our thoughts, the way we think, has a very big weight on what we can accomplish or what actions we take. A lot of the times, our thoughts are just very negative. They're rusty. They're bad, and everything that comes out is negative.
So that begs this question. And I'm gonna ask Hill to take this one, because she knows how to rearrange things in life. She knows how to take things that's been once dead in your life and bring it back, especially our lymphatic system, because she's always helping us to renew and change our lymphatic system. So Hill, how do we know that our tools are rusty?
When you keep getting the same old.
I love it.
I got so excited. I left us there. But how do we know our tools are rusty? When we keep getting the same results. Same results. We're not going forward. We're staying stagnant. Or every time we do something, it's the same result after same result. Wow. What are your thoughts? Well, let me ask you this, Hill. Why do you say that?
Because, you know, when you have limiting, like he mentioned, limiting belief, it limits you to move beyond, you know, what you believe. This is one quote that I love. And I got this quote from a sermon somebody was preaching years ago. Put that nugget in my pocket. Do you believe what you believe you believe?
Exactly. I usually say you have to believe in the belief of what you believe.
That's
or
right.
what you're trying to believe. Because if you got to start from somewhere, because if not, we will subscribe to those limiting beliefs. And then because we get stuck in that area, our tools are rusty. So Bernardo, how, as far as you're concerned, how do we know our tools are rusty? What's another way that we know that?
Well, besides what it's been said already, when we don't take action, when we don't move on, we're always just staying in the same place, And when we're just, it's like we're just walking back and forth in a circle, going back in a circle. We're not moving. We're not accomplishing anything. We're always saying that we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, I'm gonna start a business, I'm gonna start doing this. But in reality, it's just words. But there's no action involved. So, but a lot of the times we do that because we like to procrastinate. Procrastination is very negative. Believe it's a very negative tool, and humans, and I include myself, everybody procrastinates. Because I had this topic in another show, and there was an audience that was saying, Bernardo, you're talking about procrastination. I don't believe that you don't procrastinate at one time. Yes, I do procrastinate. Lotus procrastinates, and we all procrastinate, but it's based on how much do you procrastinate. I know that I can have control of my procrastination. I have control of my beliefs in my thoughts. So if you have control of your thoughts, your beliefs, and procrastination, obviously you're going to change it, because you say, okay, this can't be going on. I need to take action, and you react to it.
Wow. Look, we are on fire tonight. And if you have not liked, shared, and started a watch party, what are you waiting for? Like, share, start a watch party, and tell somebody that we got more news you can use with the phenomenal Bernardo Garcia. He is here with us tonight, and we're going to share some things with you about linguistics. We're going to share some things with you about hypnotism. But for now, when you come in, go ahead and let us know where you're coming in from, and let us know any question that you have for our phenomenal guest this evening. And we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back. So I would say to you, just hold on tight, because we're going to be back, because the show is dynamite.
Are you an author, business owner, or entrepreneur who's looking to promote your products and services amongst hundreds of people this holiday season? The Pro Network is where you want to be. This spectacular event is happening this Saturday, December the 5th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's an opportunity for authors to actually present their book and tell a little bit about their story. And for vendors, it's an opportunity for you to introduce your products and services and make some amazing connections. Use the link below to register today. This is an international event that we are so excited about. Participants are free to attend. Let's fill some holiday stockings this season, and I look forward to seeing you at the Pro Networking event.
All right, and we are back, and I am super happy. For those of you that's just coming in, be sure to like, share, start a watch party, and run, and tell somebody we got more news that you can use with our phenomenal guest, Mr. Bernardo Garcia, and of course, the queen of the lymphatic bounce is here tonight, Miss Hillary Gooden. So we're going to get right back into it. And just in case you don't know, tonight our topic is plain and simple: how beliefs and thoughts lead to success. And of course, we have a gentleman here tonight with us. He's a multi businessman, but he's a success in every level of his business. So let's get right to the next question. So we talked about how beliefs can influence our success. We talked about how our thoughts can have an effect on our life. And Bernardo, you said that our thoughts are tools, and I had never heard it prefaced like that, but wow, that was amazing. So Hill, let's get right back and ask him the next question.
So Bernardo, how do you train yourself to think about being successful?
Is that a question for me?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
You're Bernardo.
It was cutting off, and I couldn't hear the question. How do you train yourself to think about being successful? Okay, great. How do you train yourself? You have to train yourself, first of all, believing in yourself. You have to start with tool number one. You believe in yourself. How do you train yourself to be successful? Put yourselves goals, visions, put yourself time limits. Okay, if I want to accomplish something, what actually do you want? Hang around with people that have accomplished it so you can learn from them and imitate them. Also, put yourself a limit. You have to start. If I want to make something and be successful, but my success is to become a business owner. Obviously, if I have to get re-educated, seminars, training, get knowledge of the product, get knowledge of the service you're going to do, or whatever you're going to do, become educated in that field so you can move on and have the correct tools to be successful. To be successful, it's not easy. There's sacrifices. You have to sacrifice a lot of the things in life. To be successful, you have to be dedicated. You have to have a discipline. You have to have what we call disciplina. Discipline, but you have to say, okay, you cannot procrastinate, because if you start procrastinating a lot, you leave things halfway. So you have to have a very good discipline in yourself. You have to learn to have faith in you, and do not lose faith if something goes wrong. A lot of the problems with many people, when they're trying to do something, things don't work out at the first time and they give up. Don't say, oh, yes, I failed. You don't fail, because that is not a failure. That's an experience. Use what you did the first time and then work on it and making it better so you can accomplish what you want. Do not say, I failed. You said, okay, this did not work. This time, or this experiment didn't work. This time, the way we process the structure of the business or whatever you're doing did not work. But use whatever worked, and whatever didn't work, you change it and work on it and polish it.
Wow. I like that you said that people have to really leverage what's working for them. I like
Yes.
that you said that they have to be disciplined. They have to be willing to sacrifice. They got to set real goals, and also be around people who have a like mindset. Okay, because
Yes.
if you don't have a positive mindset, but you're around somebody who also don't have a positive mindset, what do you think is going to happen when things turn bad? When things look like they're not going your way? You must believe in yourself. You got to be around positive people. And I love that you said leverage what works. So Hillary, this is what Hill and I talked the other day, and we were talking about just, doing business. And sometimes we get stressed out because we're working so hard, and it's like it's not enough time in a day. It's not enough time in a day. So Hill, right. I just want to ask you, what do you think about what he said about basically leveraging what works?
That makes a lot of sense. That's just like they say with a sermon, you take in what you can't, you eat the word that's coming, and then you spit out the bones,
right.
So that part is not working for you. Now you know that part won't work for you, and that gives you, that helps you to move Amen. Forward and moving Amen. Forward.
Amen.
I want to say right here too that what got me the most is when you said that it's not a failure but an experience.
Yes.
That was really, that caught me, because I had a experience the other day. I had a real experience that made me feel like I had a failed day. But after talking to Lotus too, she was like, no, look at you. You did this. This is not going to work. So, okay, don't do that. And just what you're saying here, leverage what works, and don't look at it as a failure, but an experience that helps you.
I love that. Not a failure, but an experience, because this is one thing that we know. Life is going to be full of challenges, but it's how we see the challenges and how we identify them. We can identify the experience as a failure, or we can identify it as a success, or we can just identify it as and experience that happened that taught me how to move on and maneuver more in my life. And so those of you that's out there, if you are ready to leverage what works for you in your life, put a number 4 in the comment block below, because as we move from 2020 to 2021, you've got to leverage what's working for you in the now so you can utilize it in the future. So I double dog dare you. If you're ready to leverage what you have, put a number 4 in the comment below and then take action. So we got another comment coming up, and I know we've got a few people streaming in. I want to say hi to everybody else that's streaming in. I see Angie, she's got a question. Simone Rowe, how you doing, Simone? All the way from Canada. We always happy to have you. Can't wait to see you at the Pro Network outing on tomorrow. And Pat Maite, all the way from the Philippines. Good to see you. Happy to have you. So I want to take this comment from Angie. She said, we need to elevate our self-worth to translate into energy. That's powerful. Yeah. That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's definitely powerful, because it's the energy. It's the energy that makes things shift in our life. Because Bernardo, you talked about the ability to shift is what I heard when you said leverage what we have. We have to not only leverage it, but we have to be willing and ready to shift, to move. You said take action. So I want to ask you this question. A lot of times people, you know, they get off track, okay, and they don't stick to it, because sometimes we get derailed. So how do you challenge yourself to stay on track, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like, no matter how many people talk about you, no matter how many people don't help you when you need help, or no matter how many successes you have? Because sometimes when we have a lot of success, we think that's the time to sit back and take a break. So how do you do that?
Commitment and discipline to yourself. Commitment and discipline, because a lot of the times, yes, we get tired, we get off track. A lot of the times we feel like giving up. A lot of the times we say, okay, I just can't move on. I just don't have the energy anymore. But if you have a commitment to yourself, if you that commitment, it's the faith that you have on you and the responsibility and discipline within you. Because if I promise to be on the show today, I was running crazy to make it here at 7:00. But first of all, I had a commitment with myself, and then I had a commitment with Lotus. Because if I keep the commitment directly only to Lotus, I'm opening myself to let her down. Yes. But if I respect myself and I have a commitment with myself, because that's the person, that's my ID, that's my identification, that's my seal, how I'm going to be present to the world, to everybody else, to my friends, to the family, to the co-workers, to business owners. So that's my seal that I have. That commitment is within me. That's my explanation.
Awesome. I love it. And I want to say this too, that a lot of times when we are committed to ourselves and we find that other people are not committed to our dream or to our vision, a lot of times we want to give up. So let me ask you this, Bernardo. When people are not committed to what we're committed to, and this can be our significant others, this could be our children, you know, this could be people that we work with that we think that we're really, really close to, or this could even be people that we're in business with, but they are not committed to the process. So what happens to a person if everybody doesn't support them, if they give up? What should a person do if they don't have anybody else to help them?
First of all, you make the change. You change, and this is a very, very good question, but it has different views how I see it. If it's within the family, to the immediate family, or if it's a coworker, or if it's a business partner, or employee, if they're not committed to me, if they're If it's a financial business, I just need to move on and get the right people. But if it's my family, obviously it's a very touchy space.
Right.
You need to kind of say, okay, if it's your significant, your daughter, your son, your wife, your husband, you need to learn to share only certain amount of information, because they're not going to be in the same boat or the same page with you at all times. But it's useless for you to waste energy explaining them everything that you're doing if they're not going to be with you. You share only so much. You have to be analytical. If you see that they have an interest on it, you move on. You give them more information. If not, just cut it off. What happens when people give up on you? If people give up on you, you don't give up on yourself. You look for the right people. You move forward. There will be many of the times that people, even business partners, that you have to let them go or get out of that and look for the right people. As we spoke earlier, we need to look for people. We cannot have the same mentality, but we can have similar mentality, similar goals. Because your goal, it's not going to be always the same as mine or your husband's or your brother, your sister, but we can have similar goals that we have an objective to accomplish. And if we get that, obviously there will be times where we're going to think different, but that's why we communicate. Via communication, we come to an agreement.
Right. Exactly. I love it. And so I'm going to take a pause for the calls, and I'm going to have me some water. I'm going to have me some Izumio. That's right. So, and those of you see us come in and day out, and like all of us have very busy lives. And so we invest in ourselves. And that's one thing that Bernardo talked about earlier. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to invest in yourself. You have to stay healthy, happy, and whole. And a lot of people say, Lotus, what are you drinking? And I'm drinking Izumio water. Why? Because it has hydrogen in it. Okay. Because I live a really busy life and I have to stay healthy. So I want to ask you this, Bernardo. What about people that say, I can't invest in myself because nobody believes in me, and nobody will invest in me, but they won't invest in themselves. So what do you say about that?
First of all, those people need help. Those people need help, and they need to go to Bernardo Garcia, the therapist or hypnotist. Help them change their beliefs. And normally when people they feel that they don't want to invest in themselves, or they feel that nobody wants to invest in themselves, it's because they have a very low self-esteem. And if you have a low self-esteem of yourself, there's an issue, and it could be numerous issues. We don't know what happened to that particular person when he or she was a child or teenager. We don't know if that person went through a divorce or went through a trauma. So I believe first thing to do is invest in yourself and letting go your negative beliefs.
Yes.
And go changing your way of thinking and find out why. Because a lot of the times when you don't believe in yourself, you have a low self-esteem, you have depression, and there's a lot of other little issues that other little roots coming out from there. So, and you need to go with someone professional to help you.
So let me ask you this, Hillary, what are your thoughts about what he just said? Because I know you deal with people all the time getting their physical body in shape, but you also talk to them about their mental and their emotional well-being. So let me ask you the same question. How do you help somebody like that?
You know, you have to, what I do is try to, show people that you have more power than you realize. And sometimes when you don't know that you have this power, that's when you need help. You need somebody, especially if you're looking to change. When you're ready for change, you can't help somebody that's not ready for change. There's, you know, that they got all of those things going, and no matter what you say, they're just not ready for it. Then you have to kind of lead them to that. But for those that are ready, and they may still be having a little problem because of those limiting beliefs, but they want to change, then you know, you can help them in the ways that like I have to help people with their cellular self. You know, how to help your body by doing things that you can do to use your body to help your body, you know, to help you to better health, you know, besides just having to turn to, you know, the doctors and all of that. And especially if it hasn't been working for you, there's something that can work for you. And what I talk about, a lot of times people look at it as thinking it's so simple. It's too simple. Because it seems so simple, it must not work. It must not be effective. And so that's sometimes the hardest part, is getting that into people's head, that yes, it's simple and it's the way God intended. So it can be simple enough so you can do this. You know, sometimes for me, that's the hardest part, to getting that through people's head. It's simple. It sounds funny, but listen, it's effective and it works.
Awesome. So listen, we have something that I'm gonna put right there. A penny looking for change, and this is something that the queen of the lymphatic bounce talks about. And if you want to know what a penny looking for change means, go ahead and put a number 5. 5 stay alive. 5 stay alive in the comment block below, and we gonna take a quick break. And we gonna come back, and she gonna tell us what that means. That penny looking for change. We'll be right back.
I feel heartbroken inside. Feel like I'm losing my mind. Can you please get on my side? 'Cause you've been wasting my time. No one can help me. Can somebody tell me why? I feel so lost. I feel so lost. Anxious, I've been feeling lost with anxiety. People wanna talk but they ain't never finna help me. I've been feeling lost, yeah. I've been talking to myself way too often. Dream my pain away, might just send it.
All right, and we are back. And I know some of you want to know what that means, that penny looking for change. So Hillary, can you tell us what you mean when you say the penny looking for change?
You know, Bernardo was talking a little earlier, and he was talking about how sometimes people are not for you, and that causes you to limit yourself because they don't believe in your vision, they don't believe in your dream. And those same people, whether they're close family people or just people you know from the job or from your past, sometimes they'll say things that hit you like in the gut, and that make you, or sometimes it'll hit you and just make you feel like, well, like a penny looking for change. We know there's no change for a penny. Once you get to be a penny, that's it for you. And it can leave you. You know, it make you feel like you're just not enough. You know, you're not enough. And it make you feel less than.
Amen. Amen. And I want to say hey to Nikki Hammer. Nikki Hammer said, hello, good evening from Chi-Town. Always good to see you. And Nikki said, hello, folk. Come in, share, swipe this broadcast. And did you start your own watch party yet? That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Nikki know how to come in the house. So, and thank you, Angie. Angie threw her 5 up in there. So a penny looking for change. So you can't really, if you're so low and you're so torn down, it's okay. Just keep moving forward. Keep going up. Don't be a penny looking for change, because there is no change to be made from a penny.
No more.
But you can make that change. What are your thoughts about that, Bernardo? Because that's her saying, and I love it. When she first said that, oh my God, I was floored. A penny looking for change. What are your thoughts about that, Bernardo?
A penny looking for change. I said, well, you're dead. You're dead. It's over. Because there's not going to be no more pennies, not even half of a penny anymore. So honestly,
No.
if you're in that situation, I don't want to use a bad word, but damn, you're in big problems.
You got problems.
And you need to take action. A lot of times, that's the problem. We become a penny, and we get to that situation because our limited beliefs.
Yes.
Because the way we believe that we always have limited beliefs, and we're always putting obstacles in our lives. I'm not going to be able to do that. I don't believe in myself. I'm not capable of doing that. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart. I'm not pretty. It's like, hey, if you don't think you're sexy, you have a problem, because everybody in this world is beautiful.
Oh, amen. Look, I'm telling you, Nikki going in. Nikki said, don't forget, did you grab your notebook yet? Because note is money makers. A note taker is a money maker. Nikki came right tonight. And Annalise Garcia is here with us tonight from Texas, I believe. Good to see you. Good to see you. Happy that you're here. And wow, we are having a fabulous time on this show tonight. And the hour is almost gone. I can't believe we've been talking this long, right? But the hour is almost gone. And so listen, folks, if you have not liked, shared, and started a watch party, you need to run and tell somebody that I have the wonderful, wonderful blessing of being here with my guests and my co-host tonight. As we welcomed you to the show, our topic tonight is how beliefs and thoughts lead to success. And of course, many of us are successful, and we're not successful because we got there by happenstance. Just take, for instance, our queen of the lymphatic bounce herself, Miss Hillary Gooden. Take Mr. Bernardo Garcia. He's an international best-selling author. He's a speaker. He's a hypnotist. Take me, myself. I'm an international best-selling author, Guinness World Record holder. I'm a speaker, but most important, I show up. I show up every time. I show up. And that's what we all have to do, because the go up is in the show up. So what else can we say? And speaking of showing up, if you're trying to show up healthy, go ahead and get your trampoline. So Monday you can bounce with more ounce with Miss Hillary Gooden, the lymphatic bounce queen. Okay, I'm just putting it out there. Go on and get your trampoline. I have people all over ask me, where can I get a trampoline? Now, I don't get paid for this announcement or anything like that, but we've done our research. We found places that have good trampolines, and so we figured we put that information out for you. So wow, we are nearing the top of the hour, and I just want to say, you know, we learned a lot, and I love what you say, Hillary, about a penny looking for change. But I want to ask you this, Hillary. What about a person in their goals? You know, if they're not sure about how to set their goals, how do they do that? And then we're going to run that right around to Mr. Garcia.
Yeah, goals are very important. It doesn't matter what it is that you're, like, if you're setting goals for your health, for your business, for your family, or whatever it is, because it sets a pace. You know, it sets a pace for what you want to do. And like Bernardo said, it sets also not just what you want to do, but put time limits on those goals so that you can measure where you are according to what it is you want to do and where you want to be. And so goals are a good thing. And goals are, even if they're small goals, you know, you have those goals that are short term versus your long term goals, so that you can know that you have some wins along the way. And goals help you to acknowledge that, yes, I have accomplished something. So goals are a wonderful thing to have, no matter who you are or what you're doing.
Awesome. I love it. And I want to preface that question to you as well, Bernardo. So you're next. Go ahead.
What is your next goal? Well, we have to always have goals, no matter what type of goals, like Hillary said. They could be financial, they could be personal, spiritual, whatever type of goals that we have. We do need to have goals in our lives, and we need to always keep ourselves with goals, because having goals keeps you alive. In order for you to feel that you're still alive, that you still have energy, you have to continue having goals. It doesn't matter if they're short term or long term. I do have something to say on the long term goals. If you put them on a too long, you make them too long and long term, then you might end up giving up. So don't, when it comes to time frame, don't put yourself too much time, because if you do, you're gonna start procrastinating. You're gonna start giving up, becoming lazy, hesitating. So goals keeps us alive. Goals are our energy, so we can feel motivated. We have to have that motivation to continue moving forward.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. And I must say that for me, I would share that goals are critically important, because oftentimes when we stop, when we pause, and we don't keep going on in our life, focusing on those goals, those things that are helping us to be and do and have more in our life, we get stagnated. And so, like Bernardo said, if you have a goal, don't make it so far off. See, you have to measure your goals and win, but don't put them so far off. Keep them close, because if you put them too far off, you may not ever reach them. You know why? Because out of sight is out of mind. So remember that. Don't get your goals too far out of sight so they don't leave your mind. And so my goal for the rest of this year is to close this year out as powerful, as peaceful as I possibly can. I sat in a meeting earlier this week with a very, very intelligent person. He is well read. He is well known. He is a multi-millionaire. And this is what he said to me, because I always look for people, and it doesn't matter how much money they have or how much money they don't have. I always allow myself to glean the wisdom. And what he said to myself and some other folks that was in the meeting as we talked, he said, you have to really be at peace within yourself.
Yes.
To have peace outside of yourself. And so that is always a great thing to know, but it's a greater thing to embody. So as I move forward, one of my goals is to always have peace within myself, because in 2020, it's been some unrest, but now we need some peace as we move into 2021. So very quickly, folks, we are going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with some final words of wisdom for you for this evening. And then we're going to say thank you so much and farewell, but not before we take this quick commercial break. Be right back.
Hello, are you an author? Then I'm talking to you. We are looking for you to sign up for the Pro Network Expo happening on December 5th. Authors will have an awesome opportunity to be able to tell us about yourself and present your book to an international audience. So click the link below. We're looking for you. We're excited about the conference, and we cannot wait to hear more about your book.
All right, and we are back, and we super duper happy that you all come and join us. And don't forget to hit the replay, like, share, start a watch party, run and tell somebody. We know this is one of the hottest hours on the planet, the 7 o'clock hour. But when you come in, when you sit down, start that watch party, start that replay, run and tell somebody that I have had the esteemed pleasure to have my co-host with me, the queen of the lymphatic bounce, Miss Hillary Gooden, and also the dynamic hypnotist, Mr. Bernardo Garcia, just to name a few things that he does. But before we give our final words of wisdom, Bernardo, I want to know what you have next coming up. First and foremost, I want to know what you got going on next, and then I want you to share with us how people can contact you.
Well, what do I have next? I have another book that I'm writing already, and it's in Spanish. It's called Mamá, Papá, Escúchame. Mom, Dad, Listen to Me. This is I'm dedicating this book to all those teenagers that commit suicide, that for one reason or other they feel left out, and they feel they're not being involved, or they feel that they're not worth anything. That is one. What else? I'm improving and increasing my business as a real estate investor. I've started very strongly investing more, increasing that type of business. 2021, what's my objective? My objective for 2021 is to make live presentations, to continue to go back to what I was doing, making live presentations, motivational speaking, hypnotist. I am going to make a change that I have not told nobody. So you're the first one.
Thank you.
Nobody knows this one, only my wife, obviously, and my daughter and my nephew, because they are the ones that manage my career. I've been doing hypnosis, which is called the clinical hypnosis, helping clients on a one-to-one basis. Starting 2021, I'm going to do stage hypnosis, but in a big volume. I want to go big, in a big volume, where I can help people, but not only help them, but we can have fun and entertainment. So I'm going to make a switch. I'm going to hypnotize you, notice, and I'm going to make you dance however you. I'm going to make you believe that you're
Oh, well.
Awesome. So make sure y'all catch that replay. Angie said stage hypnotherapy. And look, I am definitely a candidate. I definitely got to get with you, Bernardo, so you can practice your skill set on me. And I want to bring you back to more news you can use as we talk about the different things that we're involved in with Naturally Plus and all the things we're doing all around the world to help people live a happy, healthier, and freer life, and help them be healthy and wealthy. So I'm so happy that you came here tonight to share some tools that will help people, especially people who are like in MLMs. If you're in an MLM and you're trying to make it, if you're in a traditional job and you're trying to make it, if you're in your own business and you're trying to make it, tonight is a great show for you to help you realize you can't give up. Use the tools that you have, leverage what you have to get what you want. And so with that being said, we're going to have some final words of wisdom, and I'm going right to Hillary for our first words of wisdom.
All right. Well, my word of wisdom is, do not give up. And when he talked about, we talked about tonight, how you need to believe in yourself, no matter if nobody else believes in you, you do not give up what you believe about yourself that's good, and that you know you can accomplish what you dream of. you know, and so just do it step by step. Sometimes you're taking a lot of steps, and sometimes you're taking a few steps. Sometimes you have to just stand there until you get clear directions and moving forward, but don't give up.
All right. I love that. Don't give up. Wow. That's powerful. That's really powerful. So, Bernardo, what would be your final words of wisdom to everyone around the world?
First of all, have faith. Have faith in God. Pray. 2020 has given us a lesson. 2020 brought what we know as COVID-19. Have faith in every moment. Have God in yourself. Have faith in yourself. Change your thoughts and beliefs, your limited beliefs. Change them. Start believing in yourself. Start putting goals to yourself with time limits. Have leverage and challenge yourself. You have to learn to challenge yourself. You have to say, I know I can do it. And if you don't know something, take action on learning it. Investigate, educate yourself, train yourself. Everything is a process. Everything in life is a process. So, but mainly, I'll speak to one thing: faith. When you have faith in God, Jesus, energy, universe, whatever you call it, and then you have faith in yourself, you become unstoppable. Thank you.
Awesome. And I like what you said about taking action. And so, my final words of wisdom tonight is pretty much the same thing. No matter what you're going through, no matter what anyone says to you, no matter what people say about you. But here's the key: no matter what you say about you, change your limiting beliefs and start believing something about you that is best. And what is best about you is, like Bernardo said and Hillary said, you don't ever want to give up. You want to keep on keeping on. And as you move forward and keep on keeping on, you have to believe in yourself and know your worth. So until we meet again, I look forward to seeing you. Have a great night. And don't forget to always use the news that you can use every Monday and every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me, Lotus Richey, and my wonderful guests as we bring you more news you can use. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time.